Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Morning. So it is Saturday. Timestamp it if you would like to. England play France in a third place playoff tonight. Clearly, I'm not happy about that, like the rest of us. However, we have Robin Hood. We did have a Tupney Nudger there, where Club Casino Crazy is currently sat. That's going. Popeye Mick's having that. That's going. At some point, I'm going to get that back on and back in the house. It just non-stop. It's just honestly, it's just non-stop. Non-stop. You do one thing and another thing gets in your way, and that thing, I'm still desperate. Look how many boards I've got there, and they're just scrappers. It's just some of the scrappers. It's not even the scrappers. It's just a few of. Yeah, there's loads around there. There's some under there, some behind here. There's loads in the house as well. All good. The scrappers mainly not in the house. So anyway, we're digressing, aren't we? Said I'd never have a pot of gold. Said I'd never have a pot of gold. What have I got? Pot of fucking gold. Yeah. I have got a pot of gold. But here's the thing, I needed a new test rig. So this thing's getting towards the end of its life as a test rig. And I was going to give it Cal to put in the arcade. And then I decided not to. Mainly because he's got loads of JPM clubbers that are basically the same game. And it was only going to go on low and I wasn't going to give it him. But Popeye Mick wanted it. So I've let Popeye Mick have it. Relatively inexpensively. We won't go into values, but yeah, cheap. Anyway, if that fully works, that's out of the way. So this doesn't work. This was in Alfreton. It's got a few spider webs. It's good of it. Yeah, this was in Alfreton, and it didn't work. And I was semi-interested in it. I'm always interested in if it's a JPM. So I said to Mick, I said, listen, you want the Casino Crazy? Part X me this against it and come up with a deal. So we came up with a deal we both agreed with, and yeah, this is where we're at. So he says I don't think it's going to take much to get it on. I hope I can just bang a processor card in and it's going to go. I'm going to work. However, I don't know if that's the case. I haven't got a clue if that's the case. Also, I'm not sure about this game card it's got in it because. Oh. I mean, that doesn't look like the correct game card. I mean, you know, the giveaway being it says Impact 3 UK memory board, and that's an Impact 1, which I'm happy it's got an Impact 1 in it, don't get me wrong. But that's not the right game card. That's interesting. So we can probably fix that if the ROMs haven't been put in the wrong way, somewhat daft. So whoever tried to get this on couldn't get this on, partly because they were using the wrong fucking game card. And yeah, it's because somebody did have a go. We know somebody had a go before Mick got hold of it. And this, ironically, was potentially going to go to Cal's, because he got it for Cal originally, and then Cal changed his mind and decided he didn't want it. Which I think they're quite good money boxes for an arcade, personally, because they're just a sort of casuals game, aren't they? It's not a Red Arrow or something, it's just for cash. Anyway, I'm digressing yet again. So this is what I've got in front of me. It has got a nice chunky lock on here. Do we think the door comes... Oh, the door comes out. Happy days. Ugh. Getting too old for this. He says after shifting 3 or 4 machines around, there's something in there in a t-shirt of sorts. What is it? Ah, the processor card. And that's where the ROMs should have gone. And that's where the processor card's gone. So that will be fixable. Anything else in there? A door. An old pound. An old 50p. Oh, it might be new 50p. So I'm just going to rebuild it. What I'm going to do, assuming somebody's not decided to... That's Coco, that's not Teddy. So somebody's not turned this on and tried to... Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to get a processor card. I'm just going to put a PSU in it. A known working repaired PSU. So I've already gone and got one of them out. See on the floor there, we've got a JH Repair 2025 there, so that's been repaired. So I'm going to throw that in, throw a processor card in, put the ROMs on the correct card, and see what happens. I'll bring you back. Right, so on the floor we have got 2 processor cards, one rogered, one that is definitely not rogered. That one came out of Leisure Time, I believe, ages and ages and ages ago. So I just went into my box full of processor cards at work. Yeah, so I swapped this out for Ian ages and ages and ages ago because it didn't work at the time, and he had one in there with a bit of history on it, so we just swapped them. It was just easier. And then we've got the correct card as opposed to an impact free. So then that obviously just goes in. This one originally, I don't know what was going on, but just let me just show you. So that processor card there has got 2 slots on there for your ROMs to go on. Now obviously we know this doesn't work. Whether it will work again, I mean there's some green there. That socket's going to come off completely, but it's actually blue on this one. But yeah, that socket's going to have to come off, that's going to have to come off, all that's going to have to come off, all those traces need fixing, assuming that can be arsed. It's actually fairly decent on the back, just needs a bit of a clean. You've got potentially damaged trace or 2 there, but it's fixed. It's probably fixable. If I say it's probably fixable, it is fixable. There's nothing really gone down to the bottom. As you normally get some very telltale signs on them. There's some green pins down there. So yeah, probably fixable. Will I fix it? Yeah. Whether it'll be today, probably not. Mainly because I've got space boards sat on the table being built, and I've got a Mega M1 that's being built, and somebody's been patiently waiting for me to do this Mega M1 for about a month now. So I need to get my arse in gear and get that done. Anyway, so next thing you see is those ROMs there are going to be on that card there, and then that's going to be inside it, with that inside it, with the correct ROMs on. I'm going to fire it up and see what happens. It's the easiest way of figuring out if my main board's bad or good. Very unsurprisingly, not a lot's happening. What I'm going to do, just to check it's just not something simple like the ROMs themselves, which is highly, highly likely here, I'm just going to go and grab another game card. I'll grab Kung Fu's, same cabinet, and we've put in Kung Fu's game card into it, and nothing, absolutely nothing. So we've got a main board fault as well, which is not a huge surprise. Turn this on, so I'm just going to see if the ROMs actually work because we've put them into Kung Fu. I heard something. Oh, I heard something else. Are you going to try? Yes, you are. Don't worry, I've not RAM reset it. There's no battery on it. Oh, and we've got a game. Robin Hood 3.1. So I've got a faulty main board. I'm not surprised. Teddy barking at nothing. Thanks, Ted. You've good bat, mate. There you go. We are not playing Robin Hood at the moment, but we are playing Robin Hood. So, there you go. Ace proudly presents Robin Hood. And what I'm going to do for now is I'm probably going to cheat and just bang a main board in it, but just to see if it works, which it will, I hope. I made earlier. So, as you can see, working one. Well, you'd assume it's working since I wrapped it up and I've signed it and stuff. So I'm going to take this out of there now, swap them over. One thing I really don't like, by the way, you see the screw through there. Now there is a washer. Is there a washer? Don't know if there is actually. The screws all the way through the boards and I absolutely hate it. They'll sit on a tray. I mean, you can see down here, I've just noticed it. There's actually a screw just chilling under there, look. Yeah, I'm not a fan of screws into impacts, you don't need them. Put them on a tray, black plastic tray. If you haven't got a black plastic tray for them, buy one. Or a lot of these older games have just got little plastic clips, and they'll stay there without needing screws for them. You're just asking for trouble. So I was taking out, I thought, do you know what I'll do? I'm just going to try without the sound card. You can see I've taken some of the plugs off, and that is actually booting. It might just have a bad sound card. I'm just going to try it again now without the sound. Just leave it as we were. I had moved the processor from slot 3 to 4, but I'm going to assume probably got a bad sound card. And this happens more than you think as well. Thanks, Teddy. He's full of himself today. Right, we'll boot now. This is odd. I expected to get a boot. Just going to leave it a bit, see if we actually do get anything out of this. I won't subject you to the dogs. It's now booting up with the sound. I heard the pop. Like I said, we have issues. It could have a mainboard fault. I think it probably will be a mainboard rather than being caused by the PSU, but you just never know. Luckily, I've got lots and lots of impact PSUs knocking about, so you know, I'm not really an issue with PSUs, thankfully. But we are at least on, and that's that Mick won't even be back at home. He'll still be driving home, and it's on. But at least we know roughly where I'm looking for my issues with this. So I know I've got a bad output, which I may be able to sort. I'd like to do one just to show you one and get it done. There's no guarantee I'll fix it, but I'm going to give it a damn good go fixing it. And then, yeah, as you can see, we've got the flickering lamp issue, which could just be, because it's been in and out loads of times, it could just be something simple like the plug. No, nothing's changing by moving the plug. Right, we're getting there, slowly. In fact, I think I have got, or I did have, an alpha sticking about somewhere out here. Can't remember where though, which is always part of my... Oh yeah, hold on. Hold the phone. This is one I've done, look. Right, well, there's going to be one way to find out, isn't there? Let's have a look at it again now, let's see what happens. I've gone for the really cool way of doing it. Because if this doesn't want to... Oh, it is, there you go, look. So if this doesn't want to boot, interestingly not flickering anymore. Wasn't expecting that. They are a bit though, aren't they, look? Well, I mean the good news, we know what's wrong. I'm going to have a go at it for you. So, normally, these little badges are the problem. That's normally the problem. I'll openly admit to you I'm not great at alphas. But what I am good at doing is getting these little badges off, and I'm just going to put normal caps on. And a lot of the time this just sorts them out. So we're going to give it a go and see if we can just fix it. All I've done there, you can see I've removed them and then I've put some fresh solder down. That's all I've done. And now all I'm going to do is shape. So I'm going to cut one of these down and I'm going to shape it a couple of right. You probably can't see. I'm struggling to show you. There you go. I'm going to shape it a couple of right angles and then I'm just going to pop them on the right way. And then we're going to retest it in the machine, see if it works. There we go. It's good enough. It's not an exact science. So, it's the smallest I've got is 10 UF, so it's just going to have to do. And I know they work because I've already used them on others. So, yeah, there we go. It's just about trying to get it working, really. You can see it's on, it's connected, and I'm just going to do the same with that one. There you go, and there's the other one on. No. It's as neat as I can get it. It's as good as I can get it. It's as good as it needs to be. Moment of truth is, will it work? That's the moment of truth. You can see there's a bit of green there and 50-50, but let's hope so. The original's back on, as you can see. All that paper lines up. Let's give this a go and see if we're a genius or not. So, because a lot of people just throw alphas away. Don't know if this will work, but stop it from moving. And see what happens. There you go. It looks like we've won. There we go, put program. Like I said, we've still got a little bit of flickering, which is, let's say, it could be bored. But, let's move one that I just used for testing. We have got, I mean, it's essentially a fruit machine now, which is good news. Back together again, so we can give her a boot. Alpha's looking well. There we go. So now the only thing I need to investigate is if I have got, because they're not flickering up there anymore, and I seem to think these are a bit thingy anyway, but yeah, we're together. We have got other issues that I know we've got. So, no, for example, this coin mech SR5i is not from here. Whether I can get it running it, I don't know. But it isn't the right mech for it. So probably going to put another mech in. I've got loads of routing plugs that came inside it, which is handy. 3 of them. One says Mars on it. That says nothing on it. That says nothing on it. But what I can do is I can just copy exactly the same setup I've got in configs. I've got 2 of them now. I give it a clean up, get rid of all of the bloody cobwebs and stuff. There's not a lot I can do about this. As you can just see, that's yellowed off there. I can't do anything about that. But I can give the rails a damn good clean. Just dirty. Just needs a bit of a clean, a bit of a wipe. All in all, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with this. It's not terrible. Net currently routes everything to the bottom. Right, don't really know what to hold. I was like, I'll hold the 2 just for a while. I think you have to hold a number on the line.
Come on, Robbie.
I would go for that.
Maid Marian.
Robin Hood.
I mean, it's on a Ramo, so. I see one bulb out, which is shocking because normally there's hundreds out. Obviously it's going to pay 0 out because it's got 0 in it, but what I'll do is I'll turn it off and throw a few quids in. Filled it with a few. Hopefully it'll remember and we've not got a dill switch to 0 the bank. Some of these do. My config gives 0s. There we go. Done.